Welcome back to my channel. It's Cheryl from Genuine Creates. And ta-da! I have just finished my junk journal, which was a challenge on one of the Facebook group that I belong to, which is Carrie Makes a Mess. So rather than using a hardbound book and gut it, I had lots of random bits and pieces of fabric. So I've cut them into like squares in different sizes, kind of like patchwork them together. So I think this is called Crazy Quilt or something. But I've just zigzagged it to make one big fabric. So it's a mishmash of bits and bobs. And then my daughter was doing fashion design before, and she had leftover muslin. And then I thought, oh, I wonder if I stamp on it and then sew them on. So I've randomly sewn stamped sentiments and stuff into them, and then sew them in as kind of like an embellishment. And obviously to stiffen off the fabric, I used an interfacing inside again. Okay. So I've used, because this fabric was short, I thought I'd use an extra piece of another remnant of a fabric on each side, just to make it uniform and to make that length, and then sewed it together and then bias bind. So I also put a pocket. I've just literally cut it with my like zigzag scissors, and just sewn it on as well, and to make a pocket for bits and pieces, and then put a lace. Thought I'd fill it with random bits and pieces that I could use. These are wallpaper samples that I've turned into envelopes that I could use. So that's that one. And then have gutted or cut apart two Flow magazines, I think, or a Flow magazines, but my old Flow magazines. So I thought there's beautiful kind of like cardstocky papers there that I could use for technically tags I could write on. And then this lot I made years ago. Maybe this is 2 years old, maybe a year old. I was meant to do a like a tag flip book, but I didn't really proceed with it, or I did, but I had some extra, so I thought I'd make use of that. And this is from the Flow magazine, which I feel that you can incorporate into the junk journal. So that's bits and pieces. So yeah. So that's the back. This is not mine. It's from a Flow journal, Flow magazine. And there's a flower booklet you can potentially you make use of as a mini notebook, and then put it on the pockets. I've got these leftover. I've made some dashboard recently, and I've had some leftover designer paper series from Stampin' Up. So I thought I'd cut them into like Project Life sizes. And then I've had these leftover music paper that I've just folded in half to make maybe an envelope or maybe a flip tab. So they're all here in a pocket. And then my pages, you'll see, this is a very junky journal. It's not, I made use of leftover paper this year I wanted it to feel very junky, and see how I can work around that in terms of journaling and memory keeping. So there's lots of videos going on about Franken paper, so I had to go with that. So I've just stopped random bits and pieces of leftover scrap paper to make a whole new page of paper, and then I can go from there. So there are blank pages in here which I've attached some like flags which are from leftover paper, scrapbook paper, music paper, these are all from Flow magazine. Some of them I've really chosen the paper that goes into this from the Flow magazine, because then I could, you could use this as part of your journey. And part of one of the issues had coloring books in, so I've incorporated that. So you've got, you've got an element of like coloring in and a bit of activity, and then at the back you can kind of like journal on. Again, a Franken paper, leftover scrapbook paper, which this one is like, I bought this when I was still in, I think I was in Southampton. That was about 10 years ago or more, blimey. So I found that and I've put that in there. More music paper, and then this one I folded in half to make a pocket. I'm still not sure whether I want to use that as a pocket, so I've left it open. Yeah, so it's just really a mishmash of paper. Now this is again from Flow magazine. I love the illustration, so I know it says read, but no, I wonder how I can work around that in terms of journaling. And these are really pretty. This, see what I say? Flow coloring with Women of the World. You can color this in, put something in there and to cover it up and make it as a background, or use it as a background. Again, this one you can cover that one and then use it as a use it as a background. And here's another page, filling a cabinet full of things. So another kind of like a journal prompt for me, so I've put that. So those are Flow magazine stuff. Another Flow magazine, insert coloring book page, music paper, and Franken paper and stuff. Yeah. So there are some sayings in here as well. Sayings like notes or note taking. Yeah. So it's not, I'm so pretty, but my aim is to make it really, really pretty. So yeah, mishmash. That's another Franken paper, and it just goes on like that. I'm just gonna flip through the pages so you can see that it's not perfect. It's very rustic, and that's how I like it this year. That's not even straight, but never mind. And that's what I like. Oh, so that's the front of it. So I've just made use of what I've got, and make use of the old magazines that I've been hoarding. They need to be used. I've pamphlet stitched them in place. That's really pretty, isn't it? So that's another nice background in that too. Yeah, so there you go. So this is this is junk journal as I envisioned it be. So now I've had those leftover paper from, these are Stampin' Up. No, these are not Stampin' Up. This, I can't remember what this is now. But I've had on one of the planner meet, I had the what do you call this, adhesive rub-ons, leftover adhesive rub-ons, and I thought I'd have a go at that because I had this rub-on foils from Prima from PlannerCon last year, so I thought I'd use that because I have got to stop hoarding stuff, and I thought I'd use it as an embellishment. Again, making use of paper. I'm sure when I finish with it, this will be full of embellishment or full of stuff that will make it more pretty. I love this Frida Kahlo one. Yeah, so I've done lots of ranks. So this is a pocket. I thought I'd put one pocket at least and see how I get on with that. I'm not really a pockety person. Yeah, there's another one there. Music paper folded in half just so that I have a pocket and I can decide whatever I want to do with it. Another Flow magazine stuff. Yeah, so I've made use of Flow magazine, random bits and pieces of paper I have. So there you go. That could be a journaling prompt. Who or what are your major hang-ups? So you can just write in there. So there you go. I thought this was cool. Make balloons out of photos for special and happy occasions. I would love to do that, and that's a good journaling prompt already for me. That's it. It's done for me. I don't have to kind of like think about it and what to put in here. So yeah. Again, as I said, leftover scrapbook paper, a rub-on that was given away from the rack table. I've made use of that, and I thought I'd put an embellishment there. You know, very junky, as they say. So I thought I could cover that because that could be a nice, you could put a photograph in there or an embellishment, and you can and then at the back, or yeah, the back you can journal on. So many things I've you know, you can do. Again, this one, it's blank. You can cover it with scrapbook paper or whatever, photographs and stuff, and you can write in there. And there again, there's another one there that are really nice. There again, it's another nice image. You can put something in there. You can journal, that you can journal on, or you can put a photograph and then journal on there. I thought I'd use stuff that I don't have to kind of like think about it, so that's nice and cool. That's a coloring book, another music page for pocket. So yeah, there you go. So there are blank pages that you could you know, go to town with in terms of journaling. And there's some flips. Look, pages that could flip. I thought I'd make it interactive too. So this one, I think, oh yeah, so plant the things you want to see grow in your life. So that's another nice journaling prompt that you can work on, and that's now create your own tiny world. And there's another one that's a nice background, and there's I think this is another flip out. See, probably interesting to take this with you on a trip to work on and build up on. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm nearly finished. I love the images from Flow magazine. I really do. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed making this junk journal. There's 4 signatures there. I've got room for expansion, because I know this will get extremely fat at some point. That's why it's a bit loose. But with all the stuff that you're gonna put through, you know, you're gonna put in, it will get very chunky. This is a junk, I wouldn't say junk, but this, I can't remember where this came. Rough again. I didn't specifically buy it. It's just one of those things that's lying around. This is a button from my button jar. And then this one, as I was stitching this ribbon in place, I saw in box and I thought, yeah, I'd use that. That would be nice. That would be pretty, because there's some pinks in here. So I thought I'd put that and make use of it. Again, this has been with me like 4 years. No, not 4 years, like years. I think it's coming up to probably 10 years, maybe 8 to 10 years I've had this. I've never found any use for it, so I thought I'd use it in here. So there you are, guys. That's my junk journal. I hope I've inspired you to make your own. So thanks for watching and thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching what I've, seeing what I've done. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.